Hey my friends, this is Aldie, and today I want to talk with you about how to set your goals. Now I believe that goals are the navigational system to get to your destination. And in order to get to where you want to be, you need to set goals. The truth is that you have a purpose, and your goals will help you to get there even faster. Now how did I get into setting goals? Well, it all started when I wanted to make a change in my life. I realized that I wasn't going into the right direction, and I realized that that was a problem. I needed to have more clarity in my life, and I realized that I didn't really know what I wanted. One day I sat down and I wrote out 20 things that I wanted to accomplish within the next 5 years. When I did that, it gave me so much clarity, and I began to question myself and my actions. And I started thinking, you know what? If Aldie is going to be successful, then he better not go the route he's going right now. He better switch it up, and he better start doing things differently. So immediately I began thinking, you know what? I gotta write these goals down every day. I gotta stay inspired. I gotta write down everything I want in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. And I continue to do it. I still do it every single day, and it's helped me to manifest great results. My friends, in this video, I'm gonna give you 6 things that you need to think about if you want to set your goals correctly. So listen up. The first question is why? Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to make the change? Why do you want to make a difference? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want to be successful? It all starts with why. Because when you know why you want to do something, how to do it becomes easier. For instance, I was taking a calculus course, and once I learned why taking calculus was so important, how to actually do the math became incredibly easy. Now there's a why for everything you do in your life. Why your body looks the way it is. Why you're in this financial position. Why your family is the way they are. So you figure out why your current circumstance is the way it is right now. You know, when I look at very successful people and I read their autobiographies, I noticed that they looked into their childhood and they looked up into their upbringing and they realized why they're doing what they're currently doing. They realized where their passions were developed and what fueled them to get to where they are right now. So start figuring out why you want to do what you're about to do. Why do you want to lift weights? Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to build a following on social media? Because when the why gets bigger, the how gets easier. Once you figure out why you want to do something, the second step is to figure out what you want to do. So let's say, for instance, you came from a poor environment and you want to become rich because you understand that wealth is the greatest way to alleviate poverty. So this gives you momentum. This gives you fuel in the fire. And now you know what you want to do. But not only that, you think about the kind of product or the service that you want to offer to the marketplace. You think about what industry you can get into to help you to become wealthier in the fastest way possible. Now keep in mind, you might know why you want to do something and what to do, but you also want to make sure that you love it. You want to make sure that it's something that can fuel you for the next 50 years. That it's a vehicle that's going to lead you to success and happiness and also prosperity. So once you figure out why you're doing something, then you figure out what you're going to do, and then you got to make sure that not only is it going to make you money, but it's going to make you happy. It's going to keep you healthy. It's going to connect you with people that can help you reach your biggest goals. I'll give you an example in my own life. When I was going to school, I realized that there was no goal setting method. We spend thousands of hours in school, and we never learned how to set our goals. So I knew why this was important, but now I had to do it myself. So after practicing it for years, I realized that I had to teach it for other people, and that's what helped me to start this YouTube channel. So once you know why you want to do something, you're going to figure out what to do, and the third tip is who you do it with. Now you have to figure out exactly who you want to do business with. Some people want to help you, and some people want to hurt you. That's just the natural law of life. But you got to figure out exactly who your customers are. You got to figure out who your potential business partners might be. You got to figure out exactly how you can put the right people in the places necessary so that you can grow the success that you want in your life. Create a list of who is who in every area of your life. Who are your competitors? Who are your suppliers? Who are your leaders? Who are your teachers? Who are the people you admire the most? And once you start figuring out who you really want to interact with, how to do it will become even easier. When I first started on my journey of success, I made a list of 100 people that I largely admired. And these people were in multiple industries, from the President of the United States to people that were even dead. But I knew that I wanted to read their autobiographies. I knew I wanted to meet some of these people. I knew I wanted to ask them questions because those people can help me to become the person that I knew I wanted to be. When I made this list, I started calling on as many people as I could. I'd call them and I would ask them for advice, and whether my conversations with them was 4 minutes or 44 minutes, you can bet that I was digging deep, asking questions, and making sure that I gained valuable insight and wisdom from the people I was calling upon. Try to make a list of the people that you benefit the most and the people that could benefit you the most. Try to understand exactly where they are and how they could be found. Reach out to them on email or even on social media, or try to find their phone numbers. Do whatever it takes to interact with these people so they can help you elevate your game and get to the next level. The fourth step of reaching your goals is to figure out when you want to do it. When do you want to accomplish your goals? Try to figure out a time frame that's conducive to your own success. Now, I'm a big believer in setting short-term goals and long-term goals. For instance, I can think about what I want to do in the next 24 hours. But I can also think about what I want to do in the next 24 years. You have to be able to think and expand your consciousness further than you can even imagine. Sometimes it may even turn out better than you pictured. But that's the key. You have to figure out exactly what you want to do and even leave room for improvement and potential growth. So make a list for the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, and the next 20 years, and start to predict the kind of success that you want to have. When I first decided to give a TED Talk, I figured it would take me at least 3 years to build up the courage, to build up the expertise, to build up the knowledge. And so I worked and I worked and I worked, and I truly believed that it was going to happen. And guess what? It happened well before 3 years. And now my TED Talk has millions of views and has benefited so many people because I knew when I wanted to do it. The fifth step of accomplishing your goals is to know where you want to do it. Now, this is vitally important because a lot of people don't even think about it. They just think that they're stuck to their location. They don't think they can move. And the fact is that you're more mobile than you think you are. One of the best advice I ever heard in my life was to move out of my zip code. And the person that told me that was really successful. He helped me to see a new version of myself. And the moment I moved out of my zip code, the moment I gained more opportunities in my life. Think about where you want to do business. Where do you want to manufacture the kind of results that you're looking to achieve? Once you pick a place, decide to move there at once, or even stay in the same location, but go to different places within that location. In order to figure out where you want to be, you have to keep two things in perspective. The first one is to learn as much as you can. Is this the kind of place that can teach you how to become the person you want to be? And the second is opportunity. Is it the kind of place that can give you the opportunities that will lead you into the fulfilling career that you're searching for? Now, let's say, for instance, you want to be a big actor, but if you're not living in New York or LA, you're making a big mistake. You got to get to Los Angeles. You got to get to New York. You got to join Broadway. You got to go to Hollywood if you really want to be an actor. And number 6 in setting your goals is how. What are the steps that you need to take in order to get into that direction? But more importantly, what is the priority of those steps? Because you see, a lot of people know what to do, but they don't know which order in which to do it. And so that ends up confusing them. That ends up throwing them off. So make sure you prioritize your actual steps so that it can lead you into the direction of your dreams. Now, let's say, for instance, you want to write a book. How are you going to do it? Well, first, you got to figure out exactly what you want to say and why you want to say it. And then you have to create a step-by-step process that can help you activate your level of knowledge and put it onto paper. So in the first part of writing your book, you create an outline. And in the second part, you start writing chapter by chapter by chapter. In the third part, you start editing. In the fourth part, you start formatting that book so that it looks exactly how you want it to look. And then finally, you create the book cover, put it into publication, and begin selling it to the public. Now, let's say things were out of order and you began selling the book before you even wrote it. That would never work. Or for instance, you start writing the book before you even crafted an outline. That probably won't work as well. So once you figure out why you want to write this book, then you figure out a step-by-step process that will help you to put that book into formation and sell it to the public. There you go, my friends. I've given you 6 tips in order to help you reach your goals. If you like any of these in particular, please comment in the section below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next video.